Scorpio, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. I hope you all had a lovely Christmas and Happy New Year to you all. It's been a minute, but we are back. So today we are going to take a look into your recent past, your current energy and your future, and we're going to see what the universe would like you to know. I also do personal readings, so if you are interested in booking one, then you can find my website linked below in the description. But let's get straight into today's reading. Messages for Scorpio, Sun, Moon and Rising. What does Scorpio need to know? Recent past energy for Scorpio. Okay, in your recent past, we've got the Five of Cups, the Ten of Wands, the Hermit, and the Five of Wands. Okay. I feel like there's a lot of internal conflict here. There may have been a situation where it's like you're not sure what to do. You don't know what direction to go in. And it almost feels like you're being pulled in a few different directions and you don't know what the best choice is. But I do feel like you've been spending a lot of time like really going within, really trying to figure things out. There's a lot of healing that's taking place as well. And I think that sometimes like you need that time alone, you need that moment to yourself to really understand what it is that's going to make you happy, not just the people around you. But with the Five of Cups being here, I feel like there's something that you've kind of given up hope with. It's like you just don't see this working anymore. You don't feel like this is adding anything to your life. It may be a situation that's very draining for you. You know, it just doesn't make you feel good. And yeah, it could have taken you a really long time to get to that point where you admit to yourself that actually like this isn't working and something needs to change. But I feel like there's been a moment recently where you've had that realization, like you've had a moment to yourself where you're able to see something for what it really is. So yeah, let's clarify that recent past energy. Okay, we have established, settled, secure and wealthy. And then we have exhaustion, burnt out, burdened, empty. So for some of you, you could have been overdoing it, overworking, or just like doing too much. It's like you really could have got to that point where you needed this time, this moment to yourself to just kind of catch up with how you're really feeling. So yeah, if there's been a lot going on in your life, it may be that you've just needed that time to just slow down for a second and really like figure out where your head is at. But I do think if you've been putting in a lot of hard work, like it's paying off. You're seeing the results, you're seeing security, like there could be, like financially, you could be seeing increases. Like it is paying off and it is worth it. But at the same time, like it just seems like there's exhaustion here. There's this energy of needing to have a moment to yourself and let yourself rest. Current energy for Scorpio. Current energy for Scorpio. We have Temperance, the Three of Wands, the Four of Wands, and the Fool. Okay. You're wanting to take a chance with something, take a risk. This is letting go, letting the universe like do its work for you. I think sometimes that you can get very caught up in your head and you overthink things, and then recently like you may have got to this point where it's like I'm just going to take a chance, I'm just going to see where this takes me. If I just get I get out of my comfort zone and I do something that I wouldn't usually do. So you may be feeling a little bit spontaneous, feeling like it's time for you to jump into something without overthinking the details, without worrying about exactly how things are going to play out. There's a need for balance here as well though. So it's like, don't be one extreme to the other, because I feel that energy. I feel like it's either like you're all in with something or you're all out. There's no like in between. But with the Temperance being here, I think you are trying to find balance. You're trying to make sure that you're grounded. You're coming from a place of like what you truly want rather than just what feels good in the moment. But there is something you want to take a risk with. I think you're ready for something new, honestly. It's this Three of Wands as well. It's like you're looking out, like you're looking at what you can do next. You may be bored of the same routine. You may feel like you've outgrown a situation and it's not healthy for you anymore. There could be certain people, certain situations where it's like you just don't feel like you fit into that anymore, and you know that you need to push yourself outside of your comfort zone and do something that you've never done. We have karmics, third parties, haters, lessons learned. Blocked, moved on, nothing to say, stop calling. Okay, so it feels like there's energy around you, a lot of different energies. And I think you may be picking up on that. You may sense that there's people from the past that still kind of keep tabs on you, want to know what's going on in your life. I do feel like you've already moved forward a lot. Like you may have cut a lot of people off. You may not be the person that you used to be. And there could be people that you haven't spoken to in a very long time that still want to know what's going on with you, but they still have a look. They might look on your social media or ask mutual friends, like, what are they up to these days? It's like you've gone very quiet in some people's lives. Like it might not have been a dramatic thing. It might have just been that you distanced yourself. You stopped hanging around with those people. And I think there's this energy here of somebody like wanting to know what's going on with you these days. That they're curious. They're curious if you're the same as how they knew you, if you still do the same things, if you still surround yourself with the same friends. Like there's people here that have been thinking about you recently. But there are haters. I'm not going to lie to you, Scorpio. There's a few people here that don't like to see that you're doing well. They don't like to see your success. And they may be able to see this from the outside, like they can see you celebrating, they can see that things are going well for you. And yeah, some people don't like that. Some people don't like that you moved on. There is this blocked energy here. Somebody's not able to get through. They're not able to have access to you the way that they used to. There's somebody here where it's like, I've got nothing to say. Like there's no need to communicate because I've said what I need to say. So I don't know if you've blocked somebody out of your life or removed somebody. I feel like you don't want to look back. You don't want to give energy to the things that you used to. But it's like somebody's clinging on to the past. Let's have a look at what's coming up for you. We have Justice, the Magician, the Six of Swords, and the Queen of Cups. Okay. Karma always comes back around. That's what just come to my head when I saw this Justice card. Karma always comes back around. So I don't know if there's somebody that mistreated you. Somebody that you feel would just never understand what they really did. Like they didn't understand how a situation impacted you and how much you had to pull yourself out of that, and like how much healing it took for you to move on from something. And it's not even about the person, but sometimes when somebody disrespects you or like betrays you in a way that you're not expecting, that's going to affect anyone. Like that's going to make anyone more guarded and feel like they don't know how to trust the same way that they used to. And that's kind of the energy that I'm picking up on here. There could have been somebody in your past where it's like they did something and they never really took responsibility for how they treated you. Maybe they just acted as though like they wasn't at fault, or they never really admitted their wrongs. But I feel like whoever this person is, like they are getting their karma, and it could be a long time after this has happened that somebody is starting to see how their actions and how the way that they've treated you or others in their life is starting to catch up on them. Like they're starting to see what they've done. So yeah, just know that there is karma that's playing out here. And I do feel coming up here, there's going to be a lot more peace in your life, a lot more balance. You're going to really feel that like things settle. So if you've been feeling anxiety, stress, or just like feeling like you're very in your head, just know that you're not going to have that coming up. You're going to feel a lot more present. You're going to feel a lot lighter. So I do feel like there's something here that you're releasing. Something from your past that, like, for a long time you could have been carrying this with you. But this card being in your future energy, I feel like you're acknowledging this and you're seeing the past trauma, the things that you carry with you without, like, you may not have realized it. We all do it. Like, we all go through stuff in life and it affects us. It affects the way that we deal with people moving forward. And I do feel like this is you sitting with that and looking at that and realizing the way that you react to things, or why you might be the way that you are, like how you've got to that. And it's not a bad thing, like, it's just being self-aware and it's doing that inner work. So yeah, I feel like coming up here, you're going to see the parts of yourself that you know that you need to release. It's like the shadow work. So when you start to look at your own, the parts of you that you don't want to carry forward, that's when you really start to do the healing. I do feel there's this energy here which is where, like, you can be quite guarded. You might feel like you need to protect yourself. You might just not trust easily. I do get this energy here of, like, questioning things, like questioning what you can believe and what is real around you. And that could come from people in the past that have betrayed you, people that wasn't who they said they were. But yeah, Magician, like, you're creating something new here. You have all of the tools that you need to build something. I do feel like this next stage in your life, like, there are things that you need to release. There's parts of yourself that you need to let go of in order to have this new start. And it's like you're surrendering to it as well. Like, you're seeing it and you're surrendering to it and you're taking that leap of faith. And we had the Fool. So it's like you're starting to trust in the universe, trust in God. You're starting to just have faith that things will work out for you, that you don't need to have it all figured out. But yeah, somebody's getting their karma right now. Okay, in your future energy, we have feminine energy, gentleness, nurturing, mothering. And we have burned bridges, lack of trust, disloyal, turned back on. Yeah, I feel like there was a situation that made you question things more. Like, you may have been very open with your heart before. You may have been the type of person that would jump into something and, like, believe what somebody said to you, and you would trust. If you cared about somebody, then you'd have faith in them. You'd believe that they are who they say they are. And I feel like you've burnt bridges with somebody, or it could even be like multiple people in your past, where it's like they weren't loyal. They weren't the type of person that you can count on. They might not have had your best interests at heart. And because of that, like, there was a lack of trust moving forward. But this is really burning those bridges. Like, you may have walked away from something or cut somebody off, but if you're still carrying that with you, if you haven't fully healed from it, then you haven't fully burnt the bridge. So it's like you're coming up here, you're burning bridges, like you're letting that go. You're letting that past energy go. You're not moving forward with that in your life anymore. You don't want to carry that with you. This is a very nurturing, gentle energy, a very feminine energy. You do have to nurture yourself, and you have to like be gentle with yourself. Don't be so hard on yourself. You know, like, we all have faults. And I think, yeah, a big part of this next stage in your life is going to be like being more kind to yourself, actually showing up for yourself and taking time where you really do that inner work. For some of you, you may have been very focused on, like, the external, like your work, your finances, and you're seeing the improvements. You're seeing how things are, like, changing for the better. And I think you have been on this journey of just showing up for yourself more and pushing yourself and motivating yourself. But at the same time, like, this is the hard inner work. Like, when it gets to this stuff that's deep rooted, stuff that you've been carrying with you a long time that you may even not be aware of. Like, you may have thought to yourself, like, I let go of that. But then when you actually start to dig deeper and you question things more and you ask yourself why you feel that way, or why you're holding back in a certain area, that's when you really start to heal, and that's when you're able to let go of it. I'm going to pull some more of the What's the Vibe cards for future energy, just to close out this reading. Future energy. Okay, we have shattered, broken, nightmares and failures. And we have possibilities, follow your dreams, make up your mind and believe in yourself. Do you see the contrast here? It's like two opposites. Some of you may have been scared of failure. You may have been scared that if you was to give something your all, like what if it messes up, or what if it doesn't go the way that you hoped it would? And it's like, because of that, like there could have been certain things that you didn't do or you didn't go after because you were scared of, like, what if it goes wrong, and what if you lose it, what if it doesn't work out, and what if it breaks you? It's like you didn't want to set yourself up for failure, and you didn't want to set yourself up for heartbreak. So it's like you could have stayed away from things that you felt like had that power over you in a way. But with this card being here, possibilities, follow your dreams, like make up your mind and believe in yourself, it's like you're not doing that anymore. Like you're not going to hold yourself back just out of the chance that you fail. And like the way it says nightmares as well, like it's an illusion, like a nightmare. It's like something like you, in the moment, like it feels so real, like there's all this fear, but then you wake up and it's like it wasn't real. So it's like there could have been just a lot of things in your head that were holding you back. But coming up here in the future, it's like you're having faith in these possibilities. You're following your dreams. You're believing in the good. You're not going to just hold yourself back in case it goes wrong. Let's get one more to close out the reading. But yeah, I think you're doing the inner work. You're changing. We have envy, resentful, competitive, and discontent. Okay, so there's somebody around you that is envious. And we said this already, like there are haters. There are people that want to see your downfall. They don't want to see you succeed. And I think actually, like this, don't take this as a bad thing. Like take it as a compliment. You know, if you're doing things right and you're succeeding, there's going to be envy. There's going to be people around you that want to see you fail. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this reading, Scorpio. Please let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.